Hello student, I Dr. Takte Amit Anil. I am from New York Commerce and Science College, Ahmednagar. Subject is cyber security. In that session, we go through guidelines for social media and basic Windows security. In previous lecture, we have seen what is social media, types of social media, advantages and disadvantages of social media, and guidelines for social media security. This agenda is to see basic security for Windows, user account, password, tips and best practices for safer social networking. Basic security for Windows: to follow following objectives to secure your Windows. When we use Windows, then you can secure our operating system or window. To go through these objectives, then you secure your window. First is disable Windows automatic login. Second is set a password with your screensaver. Third is turn on your firewall. Fourth is disable remote access. Fifth is enable or install antivirus protection tools. Fifth is enable auto updates for your operating system. Sixth is set up file backups. Seventh is turn on encryption. Eighth is set up your user account. And last but not least, set up password manager. We can go through one by one deeply. First point is disable Windows automatic login. This is one of the first setting that you should change or check on your computer. When you first set up a new PC with Windows, you create a user account. By default, your new account is set to log in automatically at startup. If you are at home all the time or don't have access to any sensitive data, then this might not be a problem. But it can create a serious security risk if anyone can open your computer, then immediately get access to your data and company systems. This is especially important if you travel with a laptop, bringing it with you to places like a coffee shop, airport, or open co-working spaces. Depending on the security policies at your company, this may also be something your employer requires. It is easy to disable, so in only a few steps, you can turn off auto login. Get the steps how to disable automatic login in Windows. Next is set a password with your screensaver. While it's actually a security setting, there is a reason someone in your office, home, or travel location, you should be able to access your system if you step away from few minutes. While it's actually a security setting, you shall find it inside the appearance and personalization section within your control panel. You can turn these on when you adjust your screensaver settings. It is easy to choose the time until a screensaver displays. Set the screensaver and turn on the settings that brings you back to the login screensaver when you come back. Security starts with the following the most basic protocols. So make sure your password protect to your PC. Next is turn on your firewall. In recent versions of Windows operating system, including firewall setting is enabled by default. It is easy enough, you are probably all set here, but it does not hurt to check your settings to make sure your firewall was not turned off. Windows Firewall is built-in network security system. It is designed to prevent unauthorized access to or from your private network. Network firewalls are frequently used to prevent unauthorized internet users from accessing private networks connected to the internet, especially intranet. All messages entering or leaving the intranet would pass through the firewall, which examines each message and blocks any that don't meet the specified security criteria. Next is disable remote access. In Windows 10, you may have the Windows Remote Access desktop feature that allows you to connect to your computer remotely over a network connection. Remote access allows someone to control everything on your computer as if they are directly connected to it. Unfortunately, hackers can exploit Windows Remote Desktop. In more than one cyber attack, criminals have tried to gain control to remote system, install malware or stolen databases full of personal information. By default, the feature is disabled. Once enabled, however, it is easy for you to disable it again. You want to keep the remote access feature turned off, except when you are actively using it. Next is enable or install antivirus protection tools. You can prevent viruses and malicious code using your built-in tools in Windows. You can also install additional antivirus software if you need to protect from malicious use. Enterprise edition of Windows includes Windows Defender Advanced Threat Protection, a security platform that monitors endpoints such as Windows using behavioral sensors. Microsoft Smart Screen technology is another built-in feature that scans, downloads, and blocks the execution of those that are known to be malicious. Next is enable auto updates for your operating system. You should install urgent security update right away. Some carbide patches are critical fixes for protecting you from a new type of malware or cyber attack. Your company or may have a security policy about updating your operating system. You shall want to see if you are supposed to install updates right away. Your operating system too. You shall want to see if you are supposed to install updates right away, or if your IT team will tell you when you should install updates depending on your company. Your IT team may be responsible for updating your operating system. Ultimately, don't be that person who ignores operating system update for critical security patches. Then what you see, most of your auto update are enabled. Next is set up file backups. Routine file backups are essential for protecting yourself from losing important data if you have any sudden hard drive failure or your PC get a virus. Windows comes with tools and features that make backing up your data easy. You can use file history and other free tools in Windows to create file backups. You can create a recovery drive to restore your system from an image backup. With a storage synchronization and share services, you can put your backup in the cloud. These are easy to set up, especially some of the most popular ones like OneDrive, Dropbox, or Google Drive. For large company or even startups and small businesses, file backups are critical for recovering from a cyber attack incident or disasters. Therefore, we go through set up a file backups up to date. Next is turn on encryption. In Windows, BitLocker is a Microsoft proprietary disk encryption software included with Windows. Encryption is security technique that might sound intimidating, but in this case it is easy as clicking turn on BitLocker. BitLocker has you set a password, gives you a recovery key, and shows you can option to encrypt entire drive. Next is set up your user account. How to set your account on your computer helps secure your device from the start. If you do not have an IT department telling you what kind of account to set up, or one person to set up or your account, it up to you to decide between using a local account or a Microsoft account. Most of people set a Microsoft account. Using a Microsoft account has several benefits since you can enable two factor authenticating, synchronization your data, and get option for password recovery. Next is set up a password manager, and this is the last of our basic security for Windows guideline. If you frequently forget the email you use to sign up for an account on your password, you shall love using a password manager. Windows and your browser may have some features for saving passwords, but best practice in the information world is used to use dedicated password manager. It is like upgrading from a tiny safe in your house to a vault in a world-class bank. Password managers have you create a master password for your vault of sensitive accounts and login information. The best one, synchronization, can automatically add new password, synchronization with your phone and computer, generate a autofill strong password, and let you share specific password and with co-workers or friends. As hackers are getting better and better at stealing or cracking password technology. And company are forcing to us to make our password strong and more complicated. Okay. The next point is user account password. In that we have seen first is what is password. Okay, a strong password is defined as a password that is reasonably difficult to guess. In short period of time, either through human guessing or the use of specialized software. The following are general recommendations for creating a strong password. When you set a password for your system, then use following guidelines for to create a strong password. Be at least 8 characters in length. The password has at least 8 characters in length. Contain both upper and lowercase alphabetic characters. For example, capital A to Z or small a to Z. Have at least one numerical characters between 0 to 9. Have at least one special character. That means hash, at, dollar, percentage, and star as a special character. When we create a strong password, then you cannot do following things. Spell a word or a series of words that can be found in a standard dictionary. Spell a word with a number of added to the beginning and the ending. Do not use any personal information such as user ID, family name, pet, birth date, etc. The following are several recommendations for maintaining a strong password. Do not share your password with anyone for any reason. Means password should not be shared with anyone, including any student, faculty or staff. In situation where someone requires access to another individual protected resources, delegations or permissions options should be explored. For example, Microsoft Exchange Calendar will allow a user to delegate control of his or her calendar to another user. Okay, next, change your password upon indication of compromise. If you suspect someone has compromised your account, change your password immediately. Be sure to change your password from a computer you do not typically use, university cluster computer. Means after resetting your password, report the incident to your local department administrative or information security office. Next is consider using a passphrase instead of password. A passphrase is a password made of a sequence of words with numeric and symbolic characters instead throughout. A passphrase could be a lyric from a song or a favorite quote. Passphrases typically have additional benefits such as being longer and easier to remember. For example, in the passphrase, my password is super strong, is 28 character long and includes alphabetic, numeric and special character. It is also relatively easy to remember. Next is Do not write your password down to store it in insecure manner. Means when you are creating your password, then do not write anywhere insecure manner. Avoid reusing a password. When changing an account password, you should avoid reusing a previous password. If user account has previously compromised, either knowingly or unknowingly, reusing a password could allow the user account to once again become compromised. Means when you create a password for one system, that password are not again used to other system. Okay, avoid reusing of password. Next is avoid using the same password for multiple accounts. While using the same password for multiple accounts, make it easier to remember your password. It can also have a chain effect, allowing an attacker to gain unauthorized access to multiple systems. This is particularly important when dealing with more sensitive accounts such as your Andrew accounts or your online banking accounts. Do not use automatic logon functionality. Using automatic logon functionality negates much of the value of using password. If a malicious user is able to gain physical access to a system that has automatic logon configured, he or she will be able to take control of the system and across potential sensitive information. The next is safety tips for social networking. When you use social networking sites or social media, there are many safety tips from my side. Is first is manage your privacy setting. Remember, once posted always posted. Build a positive online reputation. Next is keep personal information personal. Protect your computer. Know what action to take. Use strong password. Be cautious on social networking site. This is tips from my side. We can go through deeply one by one. Manage your privacy setting. Means use the privacy and security settings on your social networking sites. They help you control who sees what you post and manage your online experience in a positive way. You shall find some information about Facebook privacy setting at the bottom of the web page. Next is remember, once posted always posted. Means protect your reputation on social networks. What you post online stays online. Think twice before posting pictures. You would not want to parents your future employers to see. Recent research found that 70% of job recruiters rejected candidates based on information they found online. Okay. Then must think twice before you posting on social media sites. Build a positive online reputation. Recent research also found that recruiters respond to strong positive personal brand online. So demonstrate your mastery of the environment and showcase your talents. Next is keep personal information is personal. Be careful how much personal information you provide and social networking sites. The more information you most post, the easier way to may be someone to use that information to steal your identity, access your data, or commit other crimes such as stalking. Next, protect your computer. Security starts with protecting your computer. Install antivirus software. Keep your operating system updated and web browser and other software current. You can use the automatically download the latest security updates for Windows. Know what action to take. You always know what action to take when you are using social networking. If someone is harassing or threatening you, remove them from your friend list or block them and report them to site administrator. Next is use strong password. We can see how to create a strong password. Then you can use that things when you are creating a password. Means at least 8 character long. Numbers, upper letter, small letters are used and also special character are used in your password. And last but not least, be cautious on social networking site. Even links that look they come from friends can sometimes contain harmful software or be a part of phishing attack. If you are at all suspicious, don't click it. Contact your friend to verify the validity of the link first. Next is best practices for social media or social networking. Use a different password for every account. This way the account compromise the other account may use. Enable multi-factor authentication for an additional level of security. Keeps apps updated just like any software. It is important to keep them up to date to ensure you are secure from any new found threats or vulnerabilities. Delete any account that you no longer regularly use. This ensures they cannot be compromised and leverages to access other linked accounts like your email. In that section, we have seen basic security for Windows, user account password, and tips and best practices for safer social networking. Thank you.